Welcome back to my channel. If you have still not yet subscribed, please subscribe, all my dear students. The last video I discussed about the extrastellar secondary growth. So to continuation of that chapter, it's almost the last topic of the chapter. I'll be discussing about the secondary growth in dicot root. So dicot root, how secondary growth can take place. So we know that in dicot root, the vascular bundles of dicot root they are radial vascular bundles. Vascular bundles are called radial vascular bundles. My dear students, you know the radial vascular bundles where xylem and phloem are present on different radii. They are present on different radii. Suppose this is the xylem element present. If this is the xylem element present, we find phloem. So this is xylem and this is the phloem. So radial vascular bundles means xylem and phloem are present on different radii, and also the vascular bundles are closed. They are radial and they are closed. Closed is they do not have any cambium in between. Like we find in dicot stem, we don't find any cambium in between. So vascular bundles are called closed. So they are radial and closed vascular bundle. So in dicot root also we find secondary growth taking place. So you know in dicot stem we discussed the formation of two types of cambia. Vascular cambium and cork cambium. Vascular cambium and cork cambium. There are two types of the cambia are formed, which are called as vascular cambium and cork cambium. Just like in stem, even in root we find these two types of cambia are formed. But the difference is here, both these are of secondary in origin. This is very important point to remember. Underline this, children. What is it? Here, both these are secondary in origin. That means they are formed only during secondary growth. Both vascular cambium and cork cambium. Now if we see how a vascular cambium is formed in the root. So let us see how the vascular cambium is formed. In the diagram I have shown this in red. So vascular cambium is formed partly from pericycle. It is formed partly from pericycle. You know the pericycle is the layer surrounding the vascular bundles. So partly from pericycle and partly from conjunctive tissue. Partly from pericycle, partly from conjunctive tissue. So we can see here, this is the pericycle. The line which I have indicated in blue is pericycle and partly from pericycle. And then conjunctive tissue is the tissue present between xylem and phloem in the root. This tissue, say, which is present between xylem and phloem. This is xylem and this is phloem. In between this tissue, which is called, this we call it as a conjunctive tissue. So partly from pericycle and partly from conjunctive tissue, the vascular cambium is formed. So therefore, initially the vascular cambium is wavy. Vascular cambium is wavy initially. Vascular cambium is wavy initially. Wavy is it not circular. It is like a wave. It is not circular. So why it is a question here, what you will get in an exam, in a NEET exam or any other objective exam is, first of all, what is the origin of vascular cambium in dicot root? So what do we say? The origin of vascular cambium will be completely secondary. Then why it is wavy? Why it is wavy is, it is formed from pericycle and also from the tissue present between xylem and phloem, which is called as a conjunctive tissue. That's why it is wavy. Then next what happens? Next change. Initially it is wavy and then the vascular cambium divides unequally. Vascular cambium divides unequally. Unequally, that means more divisions occur where vascular cambium is formed from conjunctive tissue. Conjunctive tissue where the vascular cambium is formed, that divides more. So more divisions occur. And the vascular cambium which is formed from pericycle will show less division. So that is called unequal division. I repeat again, why it is unequal is, vascular cambium formed from pericycle will divide less. Vascular cambium formed from pericycle will divide less, and which is formed from conjunctive tissue, will divide more. That is called as unequal division. Because of this unequal division, in the next diagram we find this vascular cambium becomes circular in outline. To become circular, the vascular cambium initially it shows unequal division. And why it is wavy also we discussed the reason. Why it is wavy? Because it is formed from the pericycle and conjunctive tissue. It gives the wavy appearance because of the positions of these tissues, pericycle and conjunctive tissue. So once a circular vascular cambium is formed, its function is similar to that of dicot stem, that is it gives rise to secondary xylem, secondary phloem. That is same as dicot stem. Now next coming to the another cambium which is involved in secondary growth. Another cambium which is involved in secondary growth, it is cork cambium. It is called as cork cambium. Cork cambium is formed during extrastellar changes. When intrastellar secondary growth is completed and when extrastellar has to start, then cork cambium will be formed. So here same as that of dicot stem, cork cambium is formed from cortex. Cork cambium will be formed from cortex. It is formed from cortex. Function is same. We already discussed cork cambium consists of, it is called as phellogen and it gives rise to two cells. One is called as secondary cortex formed towards inner side and cork formed towards outside. It is same as that of dicot stem. So all three layers together, that is cork cambium, secondary cortex and cork, all together, what do we call all together as? We call it as periderm. So an outer protective layer, periderm, will be formed, replacing this epidermis. Even cortex and endodermis also will disappear and in its place only outer protective layer, that is periderm, will be formed. So this is what is seen in dicot root. Only thing difference we find is in the initial stage where vascular cambium is formed. So in the end I'll write down, I'll give you what are the unique features of secondary growth in dicot root. So let us take what are the unique features of secondary growth in dicot root. So if we take the unique features, unique features of dicot root, secondary growth in dicot root. First unique feature we can say vascular cambium is initially wavy. First unique feature is vascular cambium is initially wavy. Then second feature, vascular cambium divides unequally to become circular. Vascular cambium divides unequally to become circular. That is another unique feature. Then third feature we can say is vascular cambium and cork cambium. Both vascular cambium and cork cambium both are secondary in origin. Both are secondary in origin. Vascular cambium and cork cambium both are secondary in origin. From objective point of view, from need point of view, these points are very important. Okay, that completes what is the secondary growth in dicot root. Now, briefly I will discuss just a few examples of what is anomalous secondary growth. What is anomalous secondary growth? So, anomalous secondary growth. Anomalous secondary growth. Anomalous secondary growth is abnormal secondary growth. Meaning of anomalous, children, means it is abnormal. So, anomalous secondary growth means it is not taking place normally through a cambium. Normally secondary growth must take place from the divisions of cambium. So here it is not taking place from the divisions of cambium, but any other cell, some other cells can become meristematic and they help in the secondary growth. Like some examples we have storage roots of beetroot and sweet potato. All of you are familiar with beetroot, sweet potato, and you must be liking it also, you must be eating it. So I want you to write their scientific name, children. You find out from your books, from your notes or wherever you have studied. Find out the scientific names and try to know the scientific names of beetroot and sweet potato. So in storage roots of beetroot and sweet potato. So when we cut open the beetroot, all of you this you must be knowing, we find circular lines. We have to cut open cross section horizontally. When we cut open horizontally, we find there are circular lines appearing. So these circular lines indicate the secondary growth. So storage roots of beetroot and sweet potato, it is called anomalous secondary growth. Similarly, in the stems of monocots like Yucca, Dracaena and Agave. Yucca, Dracaena and Agave. So in these plants, monocots, you know very well, the vascular bundles are closed vascular bundles. In case of monocots like Yucca or in Dracaena, or another example which I gave is Agave, closed vascular bundles. So here cambium is formed from some hypodermal regions. So how is cambium formed here? Here cambium formed from hypodermis. Hypodermis is a layer present below the epidermis. So hypodermis in case. Then, and these are the reasons. That is, meristematic tissue or cambium is formed from hypodermis, not directly present in vascular bundle. Then, so anomalous secondary growth can also be due to presence of anomalous vascular bundle. My third point there, which I gave, is presence of anomalous vascular bundles. So, what is the meaning of anomalous vascular bundles. Normal vascular bundles, you know, they are present inside the steel. Inside the steel. Those are the normal vascular bundles. Anomalous vascular bundles are, their position is abnormal. Like two examples we have, the anomalous vascular bundles. One example, cortex of nymphia. Cortex of nymphia. Nymphia is commonly called as water lily. Nymphia is commonly called as water lily. So here, cortex of this plant, stem of this plant, cortex, will contain vascular bundles. Normally, cortex do not have any vascular bundles. Similarly, another abnormal position, pith of the plant called Boerhaavia. This is a huge tree. So Boerhaavia, pith of the plant called, of the stem of this plant, Boerhaavia. Pith is the central part of the dicot stem. In dicot stem we find a large pith, or pith is also called as medulla. So in medulla or pith of the dicot stem we find a large medulla. So in the large medulla, vascular bundles are present. So these vascular bundles help in secondary growth. Normally vascular bundles are absent in the medulla region. They are not present in medulla region. So this is an abnormal position where vascular bundles are present in medulla also. So when secondary growth taking place by such anomalous vascular bundles, it is called as anomalous secondary growth. So with this, children, I complete this topic. In my next video, I will be normally starting with a physiology. I will be starting with physiology, different difficult topics in physiology. So as and when I find some topics are difficult for you people, for students, I will pick up those topics, I will discuss the topics, and I will also give you the objective questions based on that for the NEET exam. Thank you very much, children. Once again, please subscribe my channel so that you are going to get all the notifications of my coming videos. Thank you very much.